So you rather stay a bachelor for all eternity because your partner doesn't like me, they don't like your next girlfriend, they don't
That's
like
what I'm
other
saying,
girlfriends.
to say to you that if you are my partner, I will speak to you and you speak to me. You explain to me what's going on, or what's affecting you, what's going on, and then I'll speak to my family as well. But if they don't agree with me and they decide to say, should we divorce because of that, because of my family, or I'll just keep loving you the same way I do, because it has nothing to do with my family.
But you said that's a deal breaker. If my family don't accept me, or if I don't
if
get along with your family,
if you don't get along with my family,
it's a deal breaker.
If I don't get along with your family, that's a deal breaker, big one.
Oh, to me, cheating is when you spend too much time with Anaya and not with me. That's cheating. Whenever I feel neglected, and whenever I feel like you're diverting your attention from me, whenever you spend too much time fasting and praying without giving me attention, whenever you do too much of something or anything that makes me feel deprived or neglected, whatever it is, maybe it's actually a good thing. Maybe if you work too much and I feel neglected, I don't feel loved, I don't feel like anything that makes me feel like I'm not part of your life, or anything that makes me feel like I'm not important to you, anything that takes your attention away from me, to me that's cheating. So before we go to you sleeping with another woman or texting or sexting or whatever, anything that takes your attention from me, anything that makes me feel away from you or further away from you, or makes me feel neglected, whether it's your daughter, your son, your job, or anything, as long as it takes too much time,
my car,
anything, your car, yourself, if I feel neglected, if I feel like I'm not getting enough attention, you are cheating.
You're cheating. Okay.
That's the definition of cheating for me.
Greetings. Welcome once again to Real Life Conversations with Israel Dwangai. It's always a good time, to come, to this platform just to share, to enjoy, to just, have fun. My beautiful wife, Wangai, how are you doing today?
I'm okay. How are you guys? Good to see you. Good to hear from you. So excited about the questions that you sent over. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So thank you so much for all the questions that you keep sending. It gives us, a way just to share our understanding, a way to help maybe each and every one of us out there who need to hear what we'll be talking about today. So today we have some questions that we're going to be sharing in this question and answer session. Wangai, what do you have for us today?
So the first one, this one, someone is saying that they feel like they are living two different lives.
Okay.
Saying that since I moved here, I think they moved from another country to another country, or continent to another continent. They're saying since I moved here, my life has changed so much. My partner back home says they are happy for me, but I feel like we no longer relate. Are we growing apart?
Yeah, it's an interesting question, but what happens, I think it's inevitable. It's something that you cannot avoid. Whenever a couple moves, one of them moves to another area and one remains, there's going to be some level of maybe that distance. Usually, maybe it's something that you will not be used to, but it's now there. So whenever it happens, it creates that distance that you feel pretty much lonely. You feel maybe away or apart from your partner. I remember even I think the longest that we've been apart is about a year. I remember that time as still one of my difficult periods because, the first week even that I went there, the first, second week, the first month, it was something different because I was not used to it. With my wife, when I call you, maybe you don't answer, I'll be like, "Ish, where is she now? I want to speak to her right now," and everything. So I believe that kind of feeling that you'll be having when you are far away can be the one that's affecting you. So I believe and I understand that person's situation to say they are far, And then, yes, even if your partner will say, "Oh, I'm happy for you," it's okay. Yes, they might be happy for you because probably where they are, like for you, you are with the kids, you're with the rest of the family. You could visit anyone you like. But I was just there. I think it was just my young brother with me during that time. So it was just the two of us, and you can imagine my kids are not there and everything. So that can cause that, stress and everything. But uh, yeah, it's something that is inevitable. You can't avoid it, and you just need to find ways of coping with it. Because, like I remember the last time we said, you can actually make sure that you're always in touch. Keep in touch, contact each other, make those phone calls, make those video calls. Just find of ways that you can actually, bridge that gap that is between you guys.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. So the question is, are we growing apart?
All right.
So, like you say that the other partner, be it the wife or the husband, who is still in a familiar environment, they're surrounded by people that they love, the environment that they love, the same job. And I have moved here. I can give my own example. When I moved this side first, it's a different environment. It's better if you have family or people that you know that are there for you. But if you are new in that place, there's no one that you know. It's either you're at work or you're at home, you're by yourself. You're too busy working and everything. Maybe the time zones are different from where your partner is. Maybe when they're at home, you are working, that connection. It's just you and the TV or the work and the job, and they are in a familiar environment. You'll be sending all this money and everything, and you're saying, I'm in Europe. They're like, yeah, he's in Europe. You should be happy seeing the snow and everything, whatever. What they envision for you and what you're going through is totally different. So they might think that they are really happy for you because they think you are happy and you are in a different place. But it's kind of hard. You're not growing apart. You're just lonely and you just miss your family. You're not growing apart. It's just different environments that you are in. But it is possible that you could be growing apart. So it's very important to stay connected and to express exactly how you feel to your partner. Tell them how lonely you are, what's going on with you and everything. Don't pretend as if everything is okay or you are happy, because if you pretend, they'll buy whatever you're selling them. So it's very important to open up. I miss the kids. I miss you. I miss that physical touch. I miss that connection and everything. Let them know. Elaborate. Tell them how you're exactly feeling and how you miss them and everything. The days that you are happy, also express your happiness. Tell them, today I met these new people, or today your brother-in-law asked me to invited me to their house. We did this and that and that and that and that. Also, be honest about how you are feeling so they can also understand it. Because when they understand what you're going through and how you're feeling, it's easy for you guys to stay connected because they understand what's going on.
Yeah. Also, like, it's actually very possible to grow apart. I can use this example. I think of my kids. I don't know, but I know it can be different between kids and adults, but I think it will still apply. So I remember, you remember when that time we sent the kids to my mom, to their grandmothers. After I think about a month or so, when we went there to see them, they were more comfortable with my mom or with their grandmother than they were with us on that first day when we eventually went to see them or to pick them up. So you find out that that distant, maybe just that 1 month period that we were separated from our kids, it it allowed them maybe to get more comfortable with the person that they were with on a daily basis, which was my mom, more than they were with us who are their parents. So that distance can actually, it shows that the kids had like grown apart from us, like in a way. It was maybe they were just not happy to say, why did you leave us here the last time or something like that. But if you don't make it like maybe you put more effort in making sure that you bridge that gap, you're definitely probably gonna grow apart. Because if you don't speak maybe for a week or for a month or whatever, you don't communicate properly and everything, you're definitely gonna grow apart, because probably you don't know what your partner is doing, or what they're doing, or what they're enjoying, what they're, what's happening at their workplace and all those things. So you need to keep in constant touch, constant communication, so that you avoid anything that can actually, cause that rift to start building up. So the more you get in touch, the more you stay in touch, the more you avoid growing apart.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, these ones, they're dating. So they were asking their partner that I wonder how my partner, or how they both envision a relationship with their families, the extended family. Like when we get married, when we become married, you and me, how do you see us relating to our families? How do we relate? How do you see our relationship, my relationship with your family? And his relationship with with the girlfriend's family. So how are we gonna balance that? How do you vision it? How are we gonna work around it? Maybe the other one, the boyfriend or the girlfriend was the one who was the breadwinner and everything, providing for the family and doing all sorts of things. So how are the dynamics going to be like once we come together, once we get married, the adjustments and everything? How are we gonna work it around?
So, like, I always say this every time. Marriage is all about communication.
Yeah.
So even before you commit to that marriage, if, for example, I am the breadwinner in my family, it's not something that can just automatically change. Like, because you are here now, I will still remain being the breadwinner for my family. But what I just need to do is to communicate to my wife to say, baby, you're coming, you're joining, me and my family, the same way I'm joining you and your family as well. So remember, I'm the breadwinner here in this family. So you'll probably find out that I'll buy more groceries, and even if we are staying separate, we still need to take care of mom and or my young brothers or something like that. And the same can also happen even with your wife, because your wife can actually be a breadwinner where they are coming from. So the same still applies to say, baby, I am the eldest sister among my family. My mom, maybe she's not gainfully employed, or she's not working, or she's not even there. So I need to take care of my siblings. So you'll find out that we need to take care of my family. We need to take care of my siblings. So it all boils down to communication. So if your partner knows the situation even before they enter that relationship, they'll also be able to just easily, get along and, keep on supporting, because remember, they are now my family. Also, even if you are there, they are now your family. So it's pretty much we are still taking care of family, which is the reason why we actually even got married, to say we need to make our family stronger. We need to take care of family. So you find out that whatever it is that you agree, then you implement it. Something is wrong when I don't tell you, or maybe all about that, then you find out that probably I'm just doing those things behind your back and stuff like that, which is the reason that will cause problems. But if I communicate with my wife before we get married, it's something that I think any normal relationship, they'll understand and appreciate that, okay, my husband is the breadwinner. So we need to make sure we take care of that family. So it's clear as that. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I was making fun with I was joking with one of her friends back in Bahrain. I was talking to him. I was like, since you got married, since your partner moved in, you have stopped talking to me. Are you trying to make me hate her? Because you no longer talk to me, you no longer text me or talk to me. So we don't want a situation like that in a relationship. That as soon as I get in, as soon as I get married, your family members, your brothers, your sisters, your mother will start hating me, thinking maybe I'm here to replace you or to take over or to take them out of the equation and everything. That the most important thing is to lay everything on the table.
Yep.
Okay, so I help so and so and so and so monthly.
Yeah.
I support so and so, everything on the table to make sure that your partner knows. And it's also very important for your family members and my family members to understand that things are going to change.
Yep.
To some extent, because you're probably living in a studio when you're by yourself. you're paying less rent by yourself. Now maybe I'm pregnant. Maybe we plan on starting a family right now. We need a big apartment. We might need another car, or we might need to change things. Maybe I didn't have my own car, or maybe we are adjusting things. Maybe you had just had a car that had one door or something that was for a bachelor. Now we need everything. A lot of things are going to change. Financially, things are going to change. So there is going to be some adjustments, and you have to communicate that with your parents, with your siblings. That okay, now I'm married. The thing that I was doing of changing your hair after every 2 weeks, my sister sending you money every time you want to go clubbing with your friends, my brother, things have to change. Mom, instead of sending you £100, I'm probably gonna be sending you 80 now because things have changed. I'm now married. You have to understand that I'm now building my own family. I'm building my own life. So you have to understand. So you have to make it clear. Because if you just start saying to your sister that I don't have money, I can't send you money anymore, to your mother, they should be like, maybe she actually knows that I'm supposed to be receiving £100 every month. And then you send the 80 without communicating, and we just got married. That's going to create a rift between me and your mom. Be like, it's because of her. It's because, but if you communicate, things are different now. Even to my side, okay, things are different now. We no longer do things like probably you used to plan with your mom. So this money you remember you used to plan all your salary with your mom. So Israel, what are you going to do with your money this month? Okay, mom, I'm going to put £100 aside towards my marriage or my savings or whatever. I'm going to do this and that, or laundry, this and that and that. But now it's different. I'm here. We are married. You cannot be planning your budget with your mom. Things are different now. So it's very important for her to understand that I am now a married man. So I now plan my budget with my wife, not with you, mom. And the allowance that I was giving you has changed. So you have to sit down and talk to them and help them understand so that they don't hate me, or my family do not hate you for changing things and things moving around and everything and whatnot. So like you said, communication is very important, and clarity. We don't want some money that goes behind your back, sending my cousin or whatever, my mom, because you don't understand. You have to understand that before we got married, I had a life, I had a family, I had responsibilities. And same wise as you had a life, you had a family, you had responsibilities. So we have to try and incorporate them without neglecting either side. We have to make sure we are balancing and we are helping. And they have also to understand, if they love you, if they care about you, they have to understand that things are going to change and there's need for adjustments.
Most of the time, they'll actually understand, if, like you said, if they love you so much, they'll understand that. Like in any work settings, for example, if you're coming for a shift, if those kind of shifts where you need to hand over from the person who's going out, and then you do a handover takeover. If that handover takeover is not done, it will mean that shift is going to be a problem, because you don't know what has been happening, what has happened in that whole shift until the time you came. So even in a relationship, there should be that handover. I will hand over all the projects that I've been doing with my mom or with my sister, with my brother, to say, okay, we have this project going on. It's at this stage. We expect to finish it by this time. So I need you to, support this, or I need you to look at this, and I need you to know that this has been going on. I already committed to this, so we need to finish it. So by that, one guy comes in already knowing there are certain projects, there are certain, maybe we are taking this particular individual to school until they finish their A level, their university. So one guy comes in already knows that we have someone that we need to send to school until they finish school. So as long as you communicate, everything goes on.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, this one is about income gap. It's saying before we moved, I was the provider. I think probably this is a man. Usually men are the ones who are providers. Just assuming. Before we moved, I was the provider. Now my partner earns more and I feel small. I love them, but I don't know how to handle this without feeling ashamed.
All right. Usually, what happens for them to feel ashamed, it is usually because someone is making them feel ashamed. But sometimes, if you just know where you are at that particular stage, things change. Things will not remain the same. And if you also, as an individual, let's say the man, like you said, let's say that person is a man. What are they planning? Are they planning to move out of that situation? Are they planning to grow? Are they planning to do something about their life, about their career, about increasing that income? If it is something that they are planning on, then I don't think they should feel ashamed or feel small at all, because they know that I'm doing my best and I'm planning, I'm going to increase the income. And also, one thing that I encourage couples to do is to always make sure that the income that you have as a couple is not like my income, or it's not one guy's income.
Exactly.
It is our income. So that way you won't even know who's bringing what,
Exactly.
who's bringing how much. It's just the income. When it comes in, you budget together, you plan together, you do everything together. Like one thing that I've noticed some other couples are doing, even here, like in the diaspora, is that they are opening joint accounts. So when money comes in, it's all thrown into that joint account. All the direct debits, all the bills are then taken out from that, joint account. Without anyone feeling like, I contributed this, I paid rent, or I do this. The rent is just coming from the joint account. So no one knows this money is my money. The grocery is coming from the joint account. So the fuel is coming from there. So by doing that, you eliminate any need to check yourself to say, is this me, or is this my wife, is this my husband? You don't have anything to worry about that. But at the same time, even if you notice that your income is not satisfying you, that's even the universe, that's God speaking to you the right day to say, do something about it.
Okay.
What are you planning about it? Do you want to continue remain feeling ashamed or feeling that sad about it? What are you doing about it? Do something. Find another job. Find 2 jobs. Increase, complement that income of yours that you feel is making you ashamed. Get back your pride. Get back your whatever it is that you feel that you have lost. Because usually it's probably someone is pulling you down to say, no, you're always bringing it. You don't have money. You do like this. Then it stresses you out and everything. Do something about it. Try to change your story.
I now have a question about it to this person. Like, when you were big, what were you doing? What was your relationship like? How were you living? How were you relating to your partner, to your wife? What were you doing? What was the setup
Like,
of
I can answer on
the
this.
relationship?
Well, what happens is, like, as a man, whenever you're contributing, or you just feel that kind of feeling to say, I'm doing this for my family, I'm taking care of my family. Like, when I don't have to worry about your income, to say, oh guy, you do what you need to do with your money, I will take care of everything. There's that feeling that comes that will even motivate me to even do more. So I believe he was someone who used to make sure everything is covered in the house. But now when you come here, it's different. The bills are pretty much too much, maybe for one person to cover, if you are not having those, like, good and high paying jobs. So you find out that it can be difficult for you, even if you are doing everything all right back home, you're supporting your wife, you're providing and everything like that. Still, that feeling will still come in to say, I'm not earning more. What can I do about it? Or you feel like, even if your wife is not even like pushing it on you, you just feel like, oh, maybe
So it's
she
just pride.
refused. Yeah, she refused to talk to me, or she just talked to me roughly today. Also, it's because of the money. So everything you just be coming over today. Or maybe she refused to be intimate with you because she's tired. You just say, maybe because I don't have money. There is that feeling that you yourself as an individual, you're just putting yourself down or stressing yourself with it, but it might not be actually the real thing happening. So, but it's happening out there. There are some instances where some ladies are actually stressing their husband because they're earning more than them. They are like, but like you said, maybe when they were back home, the husband was untouchable or something like that. So now the lady feels, I think we spoke about it the other day, feels like they are now in a revenge mode of some sort. Yeah.
Well, I think it goes back to what you say, that my money is your money. If we just put the money together, we put it down here, and then we do not call it your money or my money, it makes life easier. And with the pressure and the stress and the feeling small will go away if we just do things together.
Yeah.
But if you keep on being reminded about how you are bringing less, how I have done this and how you didn't do that and how I'm doing more and everything. But if you just put it together in one place and you do it together, no one will have to feel small or feel disrespected. And
this is one of the reasons why, even in schools, in churches, they sometimes say we need to wear uniforms at school.
Yeah.
Because that way you want to know which one comes from a rich family, which one comes from a poor family, because everyone is in uniform, everyone is the same. So the same should be what you should aim for in your relationship. No one should know who's coming from the rich, no one should know who's the poor guy or anything. You are just the same, you're just there, you met at school, you learn the same. So that's the idea that they ask people to wear uniforms at school.
Yeah. This one is saying, what is your definition of cheating? What do you regard as cheating?
Like cheating.
Cheating.
If
you said I've cheated on you, what's your definition of cheating?
I can have it might not be definition, but I can have categories that I can tell you to say, if Wonga, you've done this, you've cheated.
Okay.
Let me line it up. The first one that I think is clear for everyone is like when you go out there and sleep with someone.
Okay.
That's 100% cheating. And if you do that, I will just chase you away. And probably just, I don't know.
Don't say that in front of the camera.
Let me not say it in front of the camera, but you know it. So the second category is like when you are flirting.
Okay.
That's cheating.
Yeah.
You have someone that you're, sexting on the phone, or you are chatting, sending pictures and whatever. It can be nude pictures or normal pictures. That's cheating. So I like the word of God. Jesus actually said, when you just think you have slept with that person or slept with that man or that woman, you've actually done it.
Yeah.
That's cheating as well. So make sure, even in your mind, you don't even think any of those things. But I think those are just the major kind of cheatings that I can say.
Yeah. Or to me, cheating is when you spend too much time with Anaya and not with me. That's cheating. Whenever I feel neglected, and whenever I feel like you're diverting your attention from me, whenever you spend too much time fasting and praying without giving me attention, whenever you do too much of something or anything that makes me feel deprived or neglected, whatever it is, maybe it's actually a good thing. Maybe if you work too much and I feel neglected, I don't feel loved, I don't feel like anything that makes me feel like I'm not part of your life, or anything that makes me feel like I'm not important to you, anything that takes your attention away from me, to me, that's cheating. So before we go to you sleeping with another woman or texting or sexting or whatever, anything that takes your attention from me, anything that makes me feel away from you or further away from you, or makes me feel neglected, whether it's your daughter, your son, your job, or anything, as long as it takes too much time.
My car.
Anything, your car, yourself. If I feel neglected, if I feel like I'm not getting enough attention, you are cheating.
You're cheating. Okay.
That's the definition of cheating for me.
It works.
Yeah.
It's a good definition.
Yeah. I think that this takes us to our next question. How do you handle social media and online boundaries?
How do you handle social media and online boundaries?
Yeah.
So social media is something that actually is affecting families big time.
Yeah.
It's actually affecting families big time, because you find out that there are some people, sometimes it's because maybe they are working the whole day. So when they come home, that's the only time that they have to have with their family, with their wife. That's the same time they have to have with the kids. That's the same time they have to have with their social media.
Yeah.
So you find out now, most of the people will then end up on social media, will end up on the phone all the time. So which is something that is not good, and which is affecting marriages. So you need to set some boundaries. Like for example, like what I've seen nowadays, people say, like, when you are eating, guys,
No phones.
no phones. Put all the phones on the side. Let's eat, let's chat. Then also there is, maybe when we're watching a movie, phones on the side, guys. Let's concentrate, let's see, let's focus. Because social media and phones are really affecting families big time. Sometimes, people are not. I was speaking to my brother the other day. I was actually saying, I thought I spoke to you. I heard your voice like the other day, but I had not spoken to him for more than a month. We are just sending messages, and in the family group we were chatting and everything. Then I just assumed that we have actually spoken, but only to realize that it's just WhatsApp messages that are just coming in the group. When I notice that he has posted, I feel like I've spoken to him, but I've actually not spoken to him. So I had to call to him and say, sorry that I had not called you in a long time, because I just thought I spoke to you because of social media. So you need to make sure you know the boundaries that you have there. That is just within using social media itself. Then on social media is now so intelligent to the extent that if you speak about something, just like if we talk about this, our phones are probably listening to our conversation right now. When you pick up your phone, if I speak about something that I want to buy, for example, the next time I pick up this phone, it's going to show me pictures and shops where I can buy that thing. So you need to be making sure that you know what you are watching. So if I watch something here, I spend maybe about a few seconds on an image just looking at it. My phone is now just putting it in my mind that it already knows that I like to watch that thing. So if it's something good, if it's something bad, if it's nudity, if it's anything that I don't like, the moment I spend a few minutes on it, all my feed, like whenever I open YouTube, Instagram, whatever, Facebook, I'm gonna be bombarded with pictures of those things that I watched for 1 minute or so. So you have to be very careful whenever you are using social media. You make sure you don't click where you don't want to click. You don't spend time where you don't want to spend time, because one thing is going to keep on sending you all those things, thinking, oh, maybe is it like this. They need to keep showing you those things that you think and assumes I like. So you have to make sure you put those, like, I don't know if those are the boundaries that you are looking for, but one thing that I know you can do on social media is to make sure that you don't click on anything that you don't want. If you see it keeps coming, go to the settings, change it. I don't want to see this anymore. Then you to know that you don't like it. It will not show it to you again. But the more you watch it, the more you look at it, you keep getting all the same things like that over and over. Yeah.
That's why I read this one after the cheating one. How you handle your social media and your online boundaries. It's also cheating if you don't do it properly. Even if you're using the social media for the good things. I know how nowadays you're always researching for business ideas and everything, and searching how to improve our everything and everything whatnot. The more you do too much of anything, it becomes bad. It becomes terrible. Even if it's good, you might be I know I'm always on social media for 12 hours or whatever, but I'll be listening to sermons. There has to be boundaries. There have to be limitations to whatever you do. Too much of anything is not good for your eyes. Too much be staying on the computer, on the TV for too much, for that's not good for you either. And then also the boundaries. I was counseling this couple. I was talking to this couple the other day. The partner was complaining about how they're always looking at certain celebrities, certain people. Be like, it's not like I'll ever meet her. It's not like I've ever met them. It's just social media. I'm just watching. So what and everything and whatnot. That's cheating. That's not right. That's inappropriate. And that's not proper. When I feel like you are cheating, when I feel like you are spending too much time looking at Beyonce or looking at someone, whoever it is that you are looking at, it makes me feel uncomfortable. It makes me feel cheated and unsafe and being compared. I feel like you're comparing me to Beyonce. When you're looking at her, I'm like, okay, I don't think I can beat that. I don't think I can look that good and everything and whatnot. So it's very important to make sure that the way I know, and make sure that the way you use your social media doesn't affect your relationship with your partner.
What happens, whenever your partner says, baby, I don't like this. I don't like the way you spend your time on this. I don't like the way you drive fast, or for example. If you don't change that, already you are now affecting your partner. So if your partner tells you that, baby, I don't like the way you keep on just scrolling on those social lights or whatever. You know, there's nothing wrong if you just, don't scroll. You will not lose anything. You will not lose one thing, but you actually make your partner. So if you want, you can actually speak your partner, like, when you do this, can you do it together? Then you scroll together, you do whatever you're doing together, so that your partner knows there's nothing sinister that you are trying to do there on that social media. So you say, oh, okay, baby, today let's just watch some reels. You go together, baby. Oh, then you laugh together, because sometimes it can be something that you can enjoy, you can laugh about together. You laugh about, or you are watching real life conversations with Israel and Rongai. You watch there, you scroll, maybe that's a bar. Oh, they said this is something nice. Oh, let's implement this. Oh, no. Yeah, they said this is nothing. This is trash. Then you just scroll. But you're doing it together as a partner. The way when you're actually doing this, you're actually connecting in a way, as opposed to Ongai just doing what she's doing there on her phone. I'm doing also what I'm doing on my phone. Already we are not in touch. By the time I'm tired with scrolling, probably I'm already tired. I need to sleep. So we're now going to bed, straight to bed, then we sleep. Tomorrow you are gone, I'm gone. We meet again at night. We're on our phone. I'm scrolling. So you can actually do it together. If it's on YouTube, you can watch on the television together. If it's on Instagram, you'll probably just scroll on one of your phones. That way you actually find out that it's actually something that can help.
So, about what you were saying about boundaries and how intelligent our phones are and everything. So, whenever I open your phone or you touch your phone, there's this pornography popping up and everything, naked people popping up. I'm like, Israel, why are these things popping up on your phone? Like, I don't know, they just pop up. But your phone always remembers and knows the kind of thing that you keep on watching and everything. So maybe you're having a problem, maybe it's pornography, maybe you're having a certain, communicate to your partner, or maybe you like certain things, talk to your partner about it. Let's try this, let's do that. Don't lie about it, don't hide it about it, especially if you're a Christian. It's the more you watch certain things, they become part of you. Maybe pornography and everything and whatnot. Communicate to your partner, I have this weakness, I have this problem, so and so. Maybe when you were still dating, you used to watch pornography, whatever you. So communicate about it, fix it. Do away, don't hide or lie about it to say, no, I don't do this. I know it shows your phone, you remember, it will show the kind of thing that you like. So it's very important to communicate with your partner so that they can help you conquer and get over whatever that thing that you're going to. And also the other thing about boundaries on social media, you have to make sure that you are firm. I remember there was a time someone kept on texting you and sending you messages and whatever and whatnot. I was like, Israel, why do they keep on sending you messages and saying that to him? Like, I didn't do anything, I didn't study. They keep on sending because you're entertaining them. Be firm. I don't appreciate this. I don't like this. Or block them. It's not rude. I know we are now on social media and we want to be nice to people and everything, but there are some people who are just rude. Some are trying to ruin your marriage. They're like, oh, they think they are better. Their marriage is working, whatever. They are there on social media trying to show people off their marriage, whatever. It doesn't mean that our marriage is perfect. And we are also prone to temptations and everything. If I see that this guy, the things that they are texting me, they are sending me, be it on Facebook, on Instagram, or on WhatsApp, I'm not comfortable with it. Tell them, no, I don't appreciate this. Or even tell your partner, there's this follower, but the thing that they are saying, I don't like them, I don't understand. What do you want me to do? You communicate with your partner. Don't hide things, because the more you hide things, you're probably not doing anything bad. But the more you hide it, the more you try to defend that thing, you make it look worse. You make it sound like you are doing something or you are cheating. So it's very important to say, no, block them, do away with them. No, I don't like it when you say these things. Be firm about it. But sometimes you want to look cool, you don't want to look bad. It's a fan, I don't want. They like, oh no. Be firm. Create boundaries. I don't do this, I don't do that, I don't say that, I don't. We have to make rules, babes. We don't talk about this, we don't do this with our followers or anything. So you have to be firm and create proper boundaries about things that you say and things that you do not say on social media, and things that you send to pictures. Because a friend will be like, can you send me a picture of you without a shirt? I just want to see how you're looking. And then you send, you'll be like, it's just a fan, one guy, it's just a fan. I'm like, really? A fan that wants to see you naked? No. So it's very important to make sure that you create boundaries and you maintain
something
them.
that you mentioned, to say you can actually ask your partner to, if it's something that you like, they can do it for you. So if, for example, if you like a certain dance move or whatever, speak to your partner.
Yeah.
Then you find out that if your partner, you also as my partner, you should be in a way ready to, to help me out, to say, okay, baby, you like this kind of dance, let me dance for you. Then
I
you
know
dance
what you're
for me.
talking about.
No, no, did I? No, you don't know.
I know
No,
the one
show
that
you
you're
this.
talking about.
Sure. Yeah,
That
no.
one.
I'm just saying that be there for your partner to say,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I'm going
yeah,
to do it for you.
yeah,
I'm going to be the one to do it for you. You don't
yeah.
have to go anywhere. I'm here.
But also
Yeah.
on that, it's very important. Nowadays with AI and
Yeah.
everything and technology and
Yeah.
photoshopping and whatever, let's not give each other too much pressure as partners, as married people. There are some things which are not realistic that people will be doing, whether it's dance moves or sexual positions or whatever, or anything, or the way people look. Because my
In
husband
fact,
actually
that's
thought that a favorite fan, a favorite lady was ever Beyonce had the very, very long. I'm like, no, it's expensive. Like, no, that's her hair. So you have to be very sure that whatever you are asking your partner to do, it's realistic. It's something that can be
if
attained.
others cannot
Don't
do it, sure, you can do it.
no, no,
You
no, no,
should
no,
do
no, no,
it.
no, no. We are not
Come on.
all that flexible. We are not
You
all that.
train, go to the gym until you're flexible enough.
No, 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 no. You have to be understanding. Some of these people that you want to compare your partners with, they spend 12 hours in the gym just working out and exercising. I have got 3 kids. I work 24 hours a day, 24 shifts,
Are
6
those
days
excuses?
a week. No, they're not excuses, but that's a real life. That's realistic. So if you want to compare me, Beyonce have got people that cook for you, that clean for you, that do everything for you. All she has to do
So
is to
I'll get
to
you
go to
things
go to
to
the
cook
gym,
for you and
go to whatever, everything. But I have a lot of these things to do. Sometimes I'm exhausted, I'm too tired. So you cannot be comparing your wife with socialites or your husband with socialites. How you want him to look like Idris Albert, to have a six pack or whatever, to look like someone else.
I have a six pack.
Yeah, it's a one pack.
It's coming up.
It's a one. So
It's
we have to
coming
be
up.
realistic, people. When you compare your partners, and comparing is not even a good word. You cannot be comparing your partner with people on social media. Be like, babes, I saw this thing, this dance, I saw this dress code, I see this thing. Do you want to try it? Do you want us to try to do? Do you want to try to do it and everything and whatnot?
Yeah.
Just try and do it in a nice way. If they can do it, why can you not do it and everything? No, that's not nice. So it's very important to be realistic, not to set unrealistic goals and for your partner or for your husband or for your wife to say do this, do that, and everything. Be that, be not that. You have to make sure that you are realistic. And then the next one says that loss of respect or status. Back home, I was respected. Here I'm starting from zero. My partner is doing well, but I feel invisible. How do I stop this from affecting our marriage?
Yeah, this is actually something that is very real. I actually worked with someone. He's not from the north, but he's not from here. So back home, they are like family is like like when they call chiefs or something like
Royal.
that. Yeah, they are like royalty in their country.
Mm.
Then he came here. He's just working like as a normal, the work that he does. So for him, it's something that is completely new. He's not used to being told what to do, especially maybe by ladies to come like their bosses. Is a lady coming to tell them, oh, you know to do this, you know to do. They're not used to that. So this is something that can actually affect someone. It's something that's for real happening. It can actually affect someone. But whenever you are planning to move, whenever you are deciding to say I'm moving, you need to understand that things are not going to be as they are. It's a change that is going to happen. It's probably going to be a huge change. But the moment you decide to say I'm moving, you have accepted that I'm going to face whatever it is that I'm going to meet along this journey. So as a person, as a man, as a husband, as a whatever you are, as a wife, when you decide to make that move, be ready for the consequences that you meet along the road, because this is part of the journey. But just know that also you're not there like, for forever. You probably just go back maybe after some few years, or even if you want to stay, you probably move on to where you feel like you get that respect that you want, where you feel like, you've, like, also you mentioned starting from zero. So the moment I'm coming to a new place, it's like I'm starting afresh. I'm starting from zero because I've not been there in that place. I'm starting. You find out that even looking for a house when you came here, it was something difficult just to find a house that you can stay with the kids, because they don't know you. They don't know where you're coming from. They don't know. They don't want to use even the history that you have from wherever you're coming from. They want you from here. When I was looking for jobs when I came to the UK, they'll be asking me, uh, do you have UK experience? I'm like, when can I get UK experience? I came last week. So you find out that things are changed. You are like starting from zero. So you need to, stop this affecting you and your marriage, and know that you are actually starting from zero. You start from there. And if it's about respect from work, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to change? You look for another job where you get respect, or are you going to grow in that job? Here, it's actually very easy to get promoted if you work hard and develop yourself and everything. So you push yourself, you do better, you keep on improving yourself, you keep on developing yourself, you get to where you want to get that respect that you are looking for. And don't let it affect you or affect your marriage or anything, because I don't think this has anything to do with your marriage, because you actually decided to move, you know.
What do you mean it doesn't have to do anything with your marriage?
Like, I think they did say that, my partner is doing well,
Yeah.
but I feel invisible.
Mm.
So what is your partner doing well
Yeah,
has to do
you
with
know
your.
that I actually feel the same way that they're saying that. I feel like yourself,
Yeah.
you enjoy your job, you like what you do, you work good hours. I feel like your life is better than mine. I feel like you're actually enjoying being here more than I am. I feel like you understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
But the good thing is that when I told you that, I feel like my hours are too much and everything. I'm always tired and everything. And how you told me that, yeah, I understand, Wangai, that your hours are hard and your job is hard at the moment. But this is where we are right now. And this is what you're doing right now. And this is what you have to do right now. So the best way to manage is to make it work where you are right now. Try to find good things. Try to find a way to enjoy, to make it work in that time. It's not gonna be forever.
It's not gonna be
So
forever.
if I think that their partner might not be supporting them to make them feel comfortable. Like you supported me, like you told me, you spoke to me when I told you that Israel. Whatever job you apply, you get it. If you feel like you don't like this job, you apply for something else, you get it. I've been trying to change to find something comfortable and everything, and that hasn't not been happening. Like, okay, you have tried that, it's not working, but you are here right now.
Yeah.
How can I help? How can I make it work? You're always supporting me with the kids, with everything. You try as much as possible to make me feel comfortable, to lessen the burden off my shoulders. So that way, if your partner is supportive and is helping you and is not feeling you small, making you feel small and everything, and making you feel invisible and all that, because someone might be enjoying so much. Some you might actually be going to see today was it Winky D and Japraiser. You're going to shows, you're doing everything. I'm too tired. I can't go to a show. I'm here, I'm tired. I can't go. You have got your boys, or you've got friends, or you've got someone who is inviting you. You're going there. I'm here, I'm tired. When I'm not working, I want to sleep, I'm tired and everything. So it's important to support your partner. Okay, baby, how can we make it work? We also need, I know they don't have a life. It feels like they don't have a life here, and there you have a life. It's working for you. You are enjoying. You work good hours and everything, so it's very important. It has to do with their marriage. It's affecting their marriage, because if I'm not happy, if I'm too tired and you're energetic, it means that you probably end up looking for someone who's energetic, or probably getting drifting apart from me because your energy levels and my energy levels are different. Your interest levels and my interest levels are different. When you are hyper and active, I'm tired, I'm exhausted. So it's very important for the partner to be able to understand, to motivate them, to uplift them, to find them, to help them balance, to help them feel comfortable in whatever is happening. Like you do, you're always supportive and helping me feel better. How can I help? What can I do? And everything. So it's very important for the partner to help them
Yep.
understand, to help them to be able to cope with where they are and what's happening right now without them feeling invisible.
Yeah,
Mm.
I get it, but also let that partner make sure whatever they are feeling, maybe their workplace, and then let them not try to compare it with what their partner is having, because the more they'll try to compare it and it's not matching, they'll feel, maybe my partner is having it easy and everything. They probably are maybe jealous or envious about their partner and everything. Then it create that shift that they're having. But they should just know, communicate with their partner, baby. Where I'm working is very hard, and it's difficult for me and everything. Then, like you said, they get the support that they need to cope with whatever they are going through without having to worry much. You say, okay, what about you? My partner is doing well. Why I'm stressed? And it should not be linked.
Okay, this one says, what are your non-negotiables in a relationship, and what is your deal breaker in a relationship? Thing that you say, if this happens, I'm done. It's finished. We are not going anywhere. Things that you say, if this happens, maybe I think they're dating or maybe they're married. You'll be like, okay, when do you say enough is enough? I can't do this anymore. What's your deal breaker? What are your non-negotiables in a relationship?
Usually, like, I will not put it in my situation. I think it differs per person, but the major ones that I think relate to almost many people is just being faithful. I think that's something that will break any deals that you might have. Also, respect, I think, especially
Yeah,
for other men, is
yeah,
something that they feel like if it's not there, it affects that relationship
yeah,
big time. So
yeah.
I believe these are just the major deal breakers that I might have. Being faithful and also respect, both ways, respect for the wife, respect for the husband, because I think they're just linked up to say whatever you're doing. And also, I think the support that you'll be having for your partner's family is actually also something that can damage deals, because if you don't appreciate my family and where I come from, it can affect me big time, because I love my family, I love where I come from. The same way happens with you. If I don't appreciate where you come from, if I don't appreciate your family, it might affect
So
you
that
as
can be a
well.
deal breaker.
Big deal breaker. Big one. Yeah. Because
What if
I
it's not my fault? What if they are not the ones who are accepting me?
like remember the question that we were answering
Mm.
is we are
It's
saying
a deal breaker, yeah.
we are looking for
Yeah.
deal breakers.
Mm.
So if you don't support my family, if you don't love my family, uh, it's something that can break deals. Like if it's not your fault, what's happening? We need to find out why. Because I don't think there's someone who just automatically say they'll just maybe hate you from no reason. So even if they hate you for and you haven't done anything wrong, you keep showing them love. If I notice that one guy still keeps showing love to my family, even I know they're treating you bad, you tell me, oh, they're treating me bad, baby. But you keep showing up. You say, okay, because I love
I
you.
don't think that's a
Yeah.
very fair deal. That you it's like you're taking your family side. You should say that your family is always right, and I should
Oh,
be the one who should put all the effort. I should be one who should gain their love. I should be the one who should do all the work for them to like me. Even whatever they do, even if they don't like me, they don't love me. I should keep on pushing and trying. Otherwise,
I
the deal
remember
is done.
I remember one video you said keep showing love, keep putting love.
Yeah, but
So
yeah.
the reason why I'm saying is my family is there and we are just me and you. So whatever we do, what we can, well, one thing that I always do is try to control things that are within your circle of control or your circle of influence. The circle of influence between my relationship with you and my relationship with my family is me and you. we can actually discuss one-to-one and agree on something and implement it together.
But you can also talk to your family
I
to
can,
tell
but
them.
I cannot influence them in any way. If they decide to agree with me, they can. If they decide not to agree with me, they can decide not to agree with me.
So you
But-
rather stay a bachelor for all eternity because your partner doesn't like me, they don't like your next girlfriend, they don't
That's
like
what
other
I'm saying,
girlfriends.
to
So
say to you that if you are my partner, I'll speak to you and you speak to me. You explain to me what's going on, what's affecting you, what's going on, and then I'll speak to my family as well. But if they don't agree with me and they decide to say, should we divorce because of that, because of my family, or I'll just keep loving you the same way I do, because it has nothing to do with my family.
But you say that that's a deal breaker if my family don't accept me, or if I don't
I didn't say if
get
they don't
along with your
accept you.
family.
If you don't get along with my family,
It's a
and
deal
if I
breaker.
don't get along with your family, that's a deal breaker, big one. But you are taking it in a way to say, what if they are the ones causing you not to love them?
Yeah, maybe. For
That's what I'm
example,
training you to
let's
say.
say that, like what you
Yeah.
say, that you are a breadwinner. You
Yeah.
told them about those changes,
Yeah.
that things are going to change and
Yeah.
everything. They don't accept those changes.
Yeah.
Your brother still wants his money every week.
Yes.
Your sister still wants money for her. Your mother doesn't want 80 pounds. She still wants 100 pounds.
Yeah.
And you're trying to tell them to understand, but they don't understand. They're like, no, it's your wife's fault. Why are things changing? So you're saying that if we don't get
But
along,
I
if they
know.
don't accept that,
Look,
then it's a deal breaker.
we cannot stop getting along because of that, because I told you, I
So
understand you.
what
I
level
know
of you saying
that's-
what you have to break it down to me, to let me know that what do you mean when you say that if I don't get along with your family, that's a deal breaker? To what extent, what in what ways do you mean when you say
if you are
that?
the one who's causing that rift that's happening, or if
Give
if
an
you are
example.
just, there are many examples that I can give you, but I want you just to understand the concept.
Yeah.
If you are deliberately or maybe unintentionally
Intentionally.
intentionally making sure that you don't maybe go along very well with my family, that's what I'm just saying to say, whenever you come to join my family, you should also get along with my family. That's just simple as that. I don't know what maybe the way you're not understanding it, I don't understand. I don't, yeah.
The way you're saying that it's a deal breaker. If Naya gets a girlfriend,
Yep.
and you don't, Adora doesn't get along with the girlfriend, I don't get along with the girlfriend, Annie doesn't get along with the girlfriend, so Anaya has to stop dating that person, or should not marry that person, because
that's what I'm saying to
yeah.
say. Anaya needs to find out from the girlfriend. Is it the girlfriend's fault, or it is me and Anaya and Adora? If it's me and Adora and you who are not getting along with the girlfriend, but Anaya knows that the girlfriend has done nothing wrong, they can still go ahead with their girlfriend and everything. But if Anaya notices also that maybe their girlfriend is something to contribute to this, and they speak to their girlfriend, and their girlfriend still doesn't understand that situation, then that's a big deal breaker, because you're going to have that problem in your relationship, because these things will always be there. Families will always be there. So imagine if you enter into a relationship, you to enter in your marriage with someone who doesn't like your family. It's going to be a problem for you for the rest of your life. You'll be stressed every day, because when you decide to say, I want to go to our rural areas and spend the holiday, but your wife doesn't want to go, or your husband doesn't want to go,
Why
what
doesn't
do
she
you
want
do?
to go?
That's what I'm saying to say. If you is anything happening there, then you take a side, you say, I don't want to go, I don't want to speak to them. Then that's a situation that we need to find out, how can we resolve it? How can I be speaking to them when you are not speaking to them? So are you saying that if you don't want to speak to them, we should just stop? Or what are you saying?
I think you should look both sides, not to automatically say that she's the one, she's at fault, or I'm leaving this relationship, because you might end up leaving all your relationship or your life. You never get married, or you never stay in marriage if you keep on saying that you always take your family side or your relative side without actually looking into it, researching into it, and trying to see what's happening. Why is it that they don't like it? They don't like it. Is there something wrong with it? Because you fell in love with me. There's something that you saw in me. Yeah, it's a huge adjustment. Me coming into your family, me joining your family. You grew up with them and everything and whatnot, and I'm coming in as an outside and everything. I know that adjustment is big. So for you to just to be quick to say that that's a deal breaker if you don't get along with my family, it's kind of
Yeah,
tricky.
that's what I'm saying. But what I'm just trying to explain to you is that for everything that you're going to do in life, always know what is within your circle of control. What is it that you can control, and what is it that you cannot control? You cannot control other people's opinion who are like from far from you, who are like out there. Could be your relatives, it could be your workplace, it could be your manager, it could be anyone else. You cannot control. But what you can control is what we can agree on, me and you as husband and wife, or as partner is in that relationship. We can control how we respond to things. We can control the way we think. We can control the way we understand situations. But they might not understand us because they are just the third person there. They might not even agree
But
with
they
you.
are a deal breaker. You're saying
Yes,
they're out there, they are the third person.
the
But
deal breaker
if they
that
are
I
a deal
told
breaker,
you,
it means that they are part of us, they are part of our marriage. If they are the ones who decide
if
whether
you
or not
remember,
we stay together.
if you remember how we started this conversation is
Mm,
when I told you it's a deal breaker, it's
mm.
like I told you that if you don't get along and if you don't like my family, that's a deal breaker. Forget about what other else you're saying if they don't like you. I'm just saying, take it from this side. If you don't like my family, that's the deal breaker that we're talking about.
Well, how can I just start dating, or we have been dating, we are ready to get married, maybe introduce me to your family, or we get married young in marriage, and then I get in there and then I just decide not to like your family. I'm
That's
like,
what
I just
you
don't like your
you
family.
you are trying to add another thing on top.
No,
We are just saying, like, for example, I said cheating. You never try to explain because you understand cheating.
yeah, that's
Why
why,
didn't you say, maybe how can I just decide to cheat when I just love
no,
you?
no, it's different. It's
It's the same.
different.
Because now I'm just saying, if you don't like my family, forget about why you not
No,
like
no, that
them.
is very important, because you
So what
cannot,
about cheating?
you can,
Can you put it also on
no,
cheating?
wait,
If you
it's
if you
different.
No, it's the same.
Mm.
If Why didn't when I said cheating, why didn't you say how can I cheat when I love you, Israel?
No,
I
Israel.
just
No,
met you.
Israel. No, it's different. I'm
It's the
saying,
same.
no, it's not the
Mm,
same. I'm saying that
yeah.
there's no way I cannot just stop liking your family from nowhere. We
That's
just got married, and
It's
then
happening,
you
all
just
right.
say that
People
I
are
just
just not liking
from not talking.
from
I
not
didn't
nothing.
talk to them. I haven't
From
met them, and then I just get married and say, I just don't like
I
them.
think you're going to find it. I think in this conversation, if you're having a situation like this, please hit us in the comment section. There are people who just don't like, for example, I think the other day I told you that it's like a preconceived stereotype that Murora and Ramwene,
They
they
don't
don't
get
get
along.
along. It's something that is just from long time. So every Murora, when they are entering into a marriage, already they are looking at their mother-in-law with an eye. They're thinking, oh, maybe my mother-in-law doesn't like me. And the same also is happening. The mother-in-law is looking at my Murora. Oh, maybe my Murora doesn't like me. So already there is that preconceived hatred that is not supposed to be there, but it's actually there. Then you find out that whenever you are speaking to your mother-in-law, whatever she says, you take it already and you put it on the side. Like, why did she say that to me? What did she mean by that? Even if you say also to mother-in-law, your mother-in-law will be like, why did one guy say that to me? But it's something that you can actually speak to any someone else the same way that you are speaking to your mother-in-law, and they'll just take it like what you're saying it, and they don't think much into it. But if you're speaking to your mother-in-law, it's something different. So even like maybe sometimes even with your aunties, like there is just that preconceived to say, oh, maybe they don't like me. but sometimes it's not the case.
Okay, for myself, my deal breakers. The first one is if I feel neglected.
Okay.
If I feel like you don't care about me and I don't get attention and everything, I feel neglected.
Yeah.
No, there's no need for me to be in that relationship when I don't feel like I'm part of you or I've got anything to do with you. And then the second one is cheating. When you cheat, that's a deal breaker. And then the third one is what do you call it? Polygamy. When you decide to marry another wife or second wife, that's a deal breaker for me. I'm not sharing my man with anyone. If you say you've seen someone else, someone new, they move in, I move out. We are done. I don't share my man with anyone.
Sure.
Yeah. So for me, those are the deal breakers.
I was thinking about it.
Yeah,
But,
don't think about it.
uh,
Yeah, don't. And then the other question is about raising kids in the diaspora. Our children are becoming more Western and we keep disagreeing on discipline. I'm scared they will lose our culture. And my partner says I'm being too strict. How do we meet in the middle?
like, we spoke the other day to say anything that you do for the kids should make sure that it is for the benefit or it's for the best interest of your children. So if your children are losing their culture, are losing their roots, are losing, where they come from, it is going to be a challenge for you going into the future. So it is in their best interest that you correct this before it gets out of hand. So you need to agree as a team, husband and wife. How are we going to handle this? My children, cannot even speak my mother's tongue or our local languages. How can you address it? If you address it, you make sure you maybe put probably a rule at your house to say, guys, when you're home, it's mother tongue. It's Shona. It's Ndebele. We are going to be speaking in Ndebele every time we are home. Then you agree on that because, like here, it's what's going to happen whenever they are going out there. Could be school, wherever they're going to be speaking a different language. It has to be English because mostly they are going to be meeting people from different backgrounds. So the only place where you can control, like that circle of control I was talking about, is in your house. So whenever you're at home, guys, if you speak to me in English, I'm not going to do what you're asking. Speak to me in Shona. Then you always speak to them about where you come from. You speak to them about their language. You speak to them about their culture, so that there's nothing wrong. For them to understand the Western culture and how it goes. Because remember, we are here. In that culture, we're here in the diaspora. We need to also be able to integrate because you don't want them to feel out of place when they're out there with their friends in the community at school and everything. You want also for them to fit in. You want for them to feel okay wherever they are, not to be the other boy or the other girl or something like that. So they have to be able to what call it, to enter into that space. But you still need to bring them back at your house, speak to them, tell them why it's important they still get to know their roots. If it means traveling, you need to travel on holiday back home several once or twice a year. Do that. Introduce them to your mom or your dad back home, your uncles, your aunts, and everything. Let them go. Just spend time with them and everything, so that they keep knowing and understanding. If you have relatives here, visit those relatives, speak with those relatives, let them know their roots, let them know where they come from. That way, I think it will help you as a couple.
I think the most important thing is to have this one rule book in the house.
Yeah.
One rule book. When they come to mommy, Anaya asks to be out up until 11 o'clock, he should know that whatever mommy is going to say is what daddy is going to say. If a daughter asks, come to you, I need to have my belly button pierced or whatever, she should know that if I go to mommy, mommy will say the same thing that his daddy is going to say. If I go to mommy asking for money, if I go the same. So the rule book has to be the same. There shouldn't be a cool parent, a cop and a good cop, bad cop in the raising kids. No. It's either we are both bad cops or both good cops. They should be the one that looks cooler. That if I want something, I go to mom. If I want something, I go to dad. Because dad says no, mom says yes, whatever. You should make sure that you have the same rule book. It applies when you go to dad, it's the same. When you go to mom, it's the same. No one is cool or whatever. And you have to agree on how you want to. Yeah, it's very good to integrate and to incorporate Western rules and Western. There are some benefits to the Western rules and the Western whatever rights and whatever and everything. There are some very good benefits and everything. Sometimes when I'm just talking, I'm talking to Annie to tell him to not to do something. I'll be like, Mom, breathe. No need to shout. I'm probably not shouting. I'm just trying to emphasize a thing. Like, no, you don't. I'm like, no. I told you once. You didn't listen. I told you twice. Now I'm raising my voice because I'm trying to make you understand. Like, you don't have to shout. Use your inside voice. I'm like, I have no inside voice. So it's very important to try to understand them. And also, I'm not sending my kids to their room when they do something bad. Are we going to sit down? We're going to talk about it until we understand each other and understand where you went wrong and everything and whatnot. Because I'll send you to your room. Tomorrow you do the same thing I send you to. I'm not helping you. I'm not saying that it's bad. If you send your children to your room, to their room, that's fine. It works for you. It brings you results. It makes you raise proper men and proper women. That's fine. But for me, I have to sit down with my kids. Yeah. We have to talk. Why did you do this? The consequences and everything and whatnot. And you have to talk to your kids. Find a way that works that proper. I know here they'll be telling that if you do this social care, we tell them, we take them this, that, that, they are so. But I'm trying to raise. I told my kid that just give me 10 years. I need to raise proper gentlemen and proper men. Just give me 10 years to raise you properly. After that, you can do whatever you want. You can where you want. You can put holes wherever you want. You can do anything you want. But for now, let me raise proper people. Let me raise proper men and proper women. So it's very important for you to sit down with your kids, to tell them what's good about this, what's good about that, this food, our language and everything, our culture and everything and whatnot. I'm actually glad that our little boy, he loves Shona. He wants to learn Shona. It's hard for him. I understand everything, every word. So we keep on speaking to him in Shona so that he keeps on understanding it, keeps on hearing it and everything. So it's very important. This one, they have to speak and write and read Shona because it's their language. It's very important for them to keep on understanding who they are and where they're coming from. Because we don't want to go back to Zimbabwe or wherever you come from. They don't have friends. They cannot communicate to everyone, anyone, because they don't understand Shona. They cannot speak Shona on the bed or close or whatever language it is, or Nigerian, whatever language that you speak. So it's very important to make sure that those rules you instill into them. And my daughter was asking me that's the day, like, okay, so if you use band on me or if you use Mugot on me, how is it gonna help? How is it gonna change? I'll just keep on doing it. I'll just keep on reacting. So it's very important to make sure that you communicate with your kids. You tell them why you are doing this, why you are taking their phones away, why you are taking their internet away, whatever. Communicate, talk to them. Don't just use a whatever. I've forgotten the English word. Where you just tell them that without explaining to them, that rule. What kind of a rule is it called? Where you just say something without explaining it and helping them understand why you are saying that. But if you communicate with your kids, you talk to them, they can actually understand.
Yeah. I think, you said.
Yeah, that's it.
It's clear.
Yeah.
You have any more
No,
questions?
that's it.
All right, that's all the questions. Anything you want to say?
Yeah, all right. Okay.
Thank you so much, guys. If you've been watching until this stage, please thank you so much. We really appreciate you. We've actually noticed, some of our videos are going way, 500, 600 views. But we've also noticed that, in terms of subscribers, we don't have that much subscribers. So please help us. Just, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Just check right now to see if you're subscribed. Thank you so much, for subscribing. And if you have any questions, keep them coming. Send them to our email. Send them to our DMs. Then we can always, respond to them and, give our opinions here. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. We really appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye.